No, I never became fluent in Polish. It's a very difficult language, and I didn't go consistently or for long enough periods of time where I would trust my Polish knowledge. I learned phrases, I learned words so I could pick up what was going on a lot of times. But what changed a lot in the investigation was when I would bring my own translator. And so I knew exactly what was being said, and also just gave me some independence. What was challenging is that I had Sam on such a pedestal, you know, and you know, and you can tell from the book, like the arc of my character is that he was all knowing and all seeing, and sort of admittedly sort of a replacement father figure in many respects. And so I didn't want to challenge him, and I didn't want to substitute my judgment, particularly early on when I didn't know the lay of the land. It wasn't until I had my own translator and was developing my own connections and contacts. You know, a lot of what you see when you operate on a different landscape was, in particular, Poland. This had been communism for decades and decades. And so no one talks about anything, right? I mean, so many subjects were taboo. So I was just adjusting to trying to figure out how to operate and get information in a very challenging environment. You just don't go into a courthouse and ask for a file. You realize that for almost half a century, no one could see anything. No one saw any justice administered. No trials were open, and it's hard to drop your own American bias or experience. And even Sam, I think, was affected by that because he'd spent decades in the US and thinking things were more transparent than even after communism had fallen. It was not like a squared away architecture of democracy where it's not an ATM machine for information, if you will.